Today on DC News Now, Monumental Sports and DC Mayor are going head-to-head on the potential move of the Washington Capitals and Wizards to Potomac Yard, how the district plans to keep them at Capital One. After a wet weekend in the DMV, meteorologist Damon Matson has when the sunshine will return.
Stretching your dollar, the class action settlements to add money to your pocket this month.
Plus, Kansas City leaving Las Vegas as big game champs. We're recapping the big game. A simple blood test may be able to flag symptoms of Alzheimer's disease up to 15 years in advance. A top doc from Johns Hopkins tells us what this breakthrough research means in today's What's Going Around segment.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the News at Noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Mark Hall. New at noon, the Monumental Sports saga continues. Mayor Bowser is introducing a new plan to try to keep the DC sports teams in the district. Now, the plan is meant to connect residents with city services and will be staffed with outreach teams to respond in, quote, real time to challenges in the community. The mayor spoke about the new safe corridor hubs at the press conference moments ago. Our Candace Cole is in Chinatown with a breakdown.
The safe commercial corridor hubs are meant to connect residents with city services and will be staffed with outreach teams to respond in, quote, real time to challenges within the community. Just last month, Bowser announced the launch of the new Gallery Place Chinatown Task Force to outline the long-term vision for the area. In an op-ed last week, Mayor Bowser said the city will enforce their contract with Monumental, which requires the Caps and the Wizards to play at Capital One Arena for another 23 years. That's until 2047. Bowser says that if Monumental breaks its leases, Monumental will forfeit ownership of its buildings, which sit on land owned by the district. Last year, DC offered $500 million to Monumental to cover more than half of the amount to renovate Capital One Arena, but plans had already been set in motion for the teams to move to a new stadium and multi-purpose facility in Potomac Yard. Those plans have since hit a roadblock. A vote on legislation that would help create an Arena Authority for Development in Alexandria has been pulled from Virginia's Senate Finance Committee agenda today after Governor Youngkin disparaged Virginia Democrats during a speech over the weekend. In a post on X, Virginia Senator Louise Lucas said Youngkin's proposal isn't, quote, ready for prime time, and that this is what happens when the executive branch, quote, doesn't have respect for the legislative branch.
In the meantime, community members in Alexandria are debating the Monumental Sports Arena project. It involves building a $2 million complex in Potomac Yard. There are concerns about how it will impact the area, but there's also support for the project. We spoke with someone who says she expects it to boost the local economy.
Jobs. That's the biggest thing. I'm always a big supporter. Whatever that could create more jobs, the better, in my opinion.
And we've heard from several of those who protested against the move last week. All right, meteorologist Damon Matson, you are joining me for a live check on the forecast. And you know what? It's just a really damp day. Is it going to get better?
Yeah, unfortunately, Shanika, no. We're actually going to see conditions get a little bit worse after we go into this evening and then tonight going into your Tuesday morning. The rainfall from this weekend was just a little bit of a start to the storm system we're going to deal with here by the time we get into the night tonight. Now, that rainfall, those damp conditions out there from this morning, the fog, most of the dense fog anyway, has dissipated, but we still have a good amount of mist and drizzle left over. Again, you can just feel it in the air as you walk outside. And there we have it, folks. The visibility is still down. You're not able to see very far out in the distance there across the district, Leesburg. Anytime you see a number that is down 5 or below, you're really starting to deal with more of that mist and drizzle continuing. And that's something we'll be battling as we go throughout the rest of the day, even as rain showers aren't really common through the early to mid afternoon. We're not going to be running into any steadier rain yet anyway, but look at this, folks. As we go into the overnight hours, that's when this next storm system arrives. We are going to be experiencing some steadier rainfall, and then for some of us, We have winter weather on the way. Yes, we have winter storm warnings across western Maryland. We have winter storm watches out toward northeastern Maryland, and that is because we have the threat for some steady accumulating snow in these counties. We'll break down the exact timing of when all of this unfolds and what impacts you can expect come Tuesday morning. That's coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. In Prince George's County, police arrested 33-year-old Israel Fuentes and 28-year-old Johnny Alejandro Tercios in connection to the killing of a 2-year-old boy. Today, Fuentes will appear in court at 1. The two men are accused of killing Jeremy Pu Casares and injuring his mother, Rosa, Thursday evening. Police are now thanking the community for their cooperation.
The community stepped up like no other. They were cooperative, helped our detectives develop information and evidence to get some arrest in this case.
Court documents show both men have a criminal history. DC News Now learned each of them were previously convicted with robbery charges. And multiple D.C. police officers are on administrative leave after shooting a suspect during a pursuit. That suspect has been identified as 35-year-old Kenneth Coleman. The shooting happened Friday night along Bangor Street, and investigators say officers were patrolling the area when they tried to stop Coleman. Police say Coleman started running, and when officers followed him, he pulled out a firearm and shot at them. That's when police say they returned fire, hitting Coleman.
We've heard from our community members over and over and over again that they want to see us present in these places, and we are here. Our officers were exactly where we needed them to be, doing exactly what we needed them to do in this particular area.
Coleman suffered non-life-threatening injuries, and he's facing several charges, including aggravated assault on a police officer. In Virginia, there are concerns for the mental health care system. This after Governor Youngkin's administration says there's an over-reliance on hospitalization. About a year ago, Youngkin began an initiative to transform the way psychiatric care is delivered by creating a system that allows people to get treatment in their own community and not in the hospital. However, for John Clare, a small-town police chief in Marion, Virginia, says there are concerns over officers consumed by the amount of people in the midst of mental health crisis. And in an interview with the Associated Press, Clare says we're, quote, "We are against the wall." He says that there are crises tied up policing resources and contributes to poor patient outcomes. In the past 5 years, these types of transports have become the largest category of cases in the Marion Department. Now, Governor Glenn Youngkin is not the only leader to focus on the issue. Improving mental health care became a priority in the U.S. as the pandemic brought new levels of isolation, fear, and grief, in addition to pre-existing crises such as rising drug overdose deaths and the struggle burdening teen girls. And DC News Now. DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and today is the final day to register to vote in the Virginia primary election. The primary is happening on March 5th. To register, you must fill out a registration application, and you can find these online at a local voter registration office and at many government offices. So you can check all three. Once you submit the form, you should receive an information card confirming your registration. Remember, the deadline to register to vote also applies to updating your voter registration address. And if you miss this deadline, you can apply for same-day registration, but you could be issued a provisional ballot. And you can cash in from major court settlements. And as DC News Now's consumer reporter Ben Dennis found out, there are key deadlines and eligibility requirements to get a chunk of change.
Hey there, from people to companies and governments, court settlements can put to bed large legal disputes, but they also mean consumers connected to those cases can cash in on what's settled. Among February deadlines to submit a claim for cash, well, Top Class Action says consumers who were charged for Fortnite purchases can submit a claim after the game allegedly billed users without them knowing from 2017 to 2022. And anyone who paid for Suboxone and generic equivalents between 2011 and 2023, some stipulations there, plus those who purchased certain drinks from the Lions Magnus Company, they They include Oatly and Organic Valley products. Also, certain D.C. gun owners arrested or prosecuted between May of 2012 and October of 2014 can file claims if they violated the city's gun control laws outside homes or businesses. Now, certain eligibility requirements apply, but here's how long you have to submit a claim. Fortnite users impacted have until February the 29th. Suboxone buyers have until the 17th. Lyons Magnus buyers, hurry. The claim period runs through the 9th, and impacted D.C. gun owners have through the end of Saturday, the 10th. And visit topclassactions.com for more FAQ sheets about these cases, plus links of how to file those claims. Of course, visit our website, dcnewsnow.com/money for more ways to stretch your dollar. Ben Dennis, back to you.
Hear the sound of excitement there. The Kansas City Chiefs are your Super Bowl champions. They beat the 49ers in overtime last night by a score of 25-22. San Francisco jumped out to an early 10-point lead in the second quarter before Kansas City responded with 13 unanswered points to take the lead. The 49ers took another lead late in the fourth quarter, but Kansas City kicked a field goal to force overtime. And though the 49ers kicked a field goal on the first possession, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs then marched down the field and did this.
What's going on? First and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! And this was the end.
With the win, Mahomes becomes the 5th quarterback ever to win 3 Super Bowls. And we'll have more on the halftime show and superstars in attendance later on in the show.